All right, let me explain to y'all about your situation in this world. You know, this is why I write books. I write books because I want people to understand their situation in this world. The situation you find yourself in this world is that you are born dependent. Okay? You are born dependent. There's a nice looking outfit over there. You are born dependent. And your goal in life is to be interdependent. Okay? That is that you're always going to be dependent, but you want other people to depend on you too. You see what I'm saying? When you're the father, when you're the husband, other people are dependent on you. Your children are dependent on you. But when you're born, you're a child, you're dependent on your parents. Simple as that. When you are now here's where it gets complicated. When you're the business owner, the workers are dependent on you. Now you might say, hey, look, the business owner is dependent, the business owner is dependent on the workers. Not exactly. You're replaceable. You're replaceable. Unless you make yourself irreplaceable, you are replaceable. Everybody else can push that broom. Anybody else can push that broom. Okay? I can push that broom. Okay? My son can push that broom. Anybody else can push that broom. So you really gotta work at being interdependent. You know what I mean? Like for instance, right now I'm coding something. Not everybody can code what I'm coding. You know what I'm saying? You know, 90% of the people can't code what I'm coding. It's as simple as that. So when it comes to the operation that we're doing, I'm indispensable. Now, granted, it's a one-man operation, you know, but I'm indispensable, right? And that's the whole thing. So what you have to understand is that everybody dependent. Now, this is the problem that you have when you're in the Western world, when you're not in Africa, okay? You are dependent on that white boy. When the white man falls, you fall. When the white man's gas goes up, your gas goes up. You know what I'm saying? When the white man makes a bad deal with Iran, you got a bad deal with Iran. You know what I mean? You don't got a separate deal. You know what I'm saying? Now, see me in Africa, I got a separate deal with Iran. You know what I'm saying? I got a separate deal with Taiwan, with China, with wherever. You're the one who got the same deal that the white man got. You know? So what I'm saying is you want to stop being dependent on another man, but you gotta also realize this is the thing that you're not getting. A lot of people in the quote unquote conscious community in the Americas, right, have an unacknowledged dependency on Europeans. They have an under-acknowledged dependency. And the people that they are allegedly opposed to, the coons, they have an acknowledged dependency. They say, this man feeds me. This man clothes me. This man educates me. If I don't do good for him, like I knew, for instance, if I write a paper that says, man, the white man's good, right? The white man's gonna say, oh man, you wrote a deep paper. And if I wrote a paper that said the white man's bad, he might say, hey man, try to, hold on a second. There's some good whites on there. I know that. But here's where the predicament comes in, becomes a little more involved. Because even though I'm in Africa, I'm also dependent on that white boy over there. You see what I'm saying? I'm not dependent on the local Tanzanian. And that's where I got a problem too. That's where we all have a problem, because we a lot of us in the West, we are citizens of the West. Citizens means we're dependent on them. Okay? Who stamps your passport? Who acknowledges your passport? Who acknowledges that you can pass from one port to another? Okay? And that's the big problem that we find ourselves in. So what you have to do, because you're already dependent, you have to somehow become independent of the person you've been dependent on for your whole damn life. Right? Or you gotta say to yourself, fuck him. That's what I do. See, me, I know when America's dollar goes down, my account goes down. I know that for a fact. And then I'm in trouble in this country because I don't got no shillings. I don't got no source of shillings. I tried, man. Bought a farm, invested in businesses, all that shit failed. Okay? Bought a farm, invested in businesses, did this, did that, tried to do loan shark, all that shit. All of it failed. Okay? And that's okay. I tried. And I'm still trying. I'm trying to get some of them some of that money on the interwebs. I'm trying. I try to sell books. Y'all know that. Shit. You would think I didn't even have any books on the market. The way I sell. But my point is, right? My point is, at the end of the day, though, I say to myself, look, if this white boy fails, I'm happy. You see what I'm saying? That's why, look, I don't like Trump, but the way Trump acted like a fool and he crashing y'all economy, I ain't mad. Genuinely. I know it's gonna come back to bite me. I ain't mad, because it ain't about me. But the whole thing I want to tell y'all is that y'all gotta understand that you have an under-acknowledged dependency on Urugu. And the people that you allegedly call coon, they just gotta acknowledge. They acknowledged it. Candace Owens recognizes it. Clarence Thomas recognizes it. You in the same damn boat. Same damn boat. And you say, man, well, fuck this white boy, man. But you ain't really serious. That's why I said I appreciate this one brother. He was part of AJ West. One brother, he told me, he ain't tell me, he was talking to this other brother, Pan-Africanist. He said, look, man, you got a nice looking house. You got a nice looking house. See, me, I said to myself, man, I don't got a nice looking house. I never had a nice looking house. Because fuck America. Right now, man, my brother came to my house. He said, look, man, your house is empty, right? I'm like, yeah, man, sure enough. He said, all right, let me go through to your house. Bro, dude, trashed the shit. Trashed it. He was a trashy guy. I ain't mad. I said, okay, I don't give a fuck. He went to my son's bedroom, trashed my son's bedroom. I said, I don't give a fuck. You understand? And that's what it is. Because I don't care what happens in America. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I ain't got nothing there. All I said was send my books. I got me some exclusive Garvey. I got some exclusive Oni, Chasset. You know what I'm saying? I got half the copies of this shit. But that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You gotta recognize your dependency, and you gotta say to yourself, look, you're always gonna be dependent. So you gotta try to be dependent on African people. That's all it is. All right then.